Viewers, welcome back. Looks like US President Donald Trump, he truly deserves a Nobel Prize because if anything, his frequent tariff tantrums, the tariff threats have managed to bring together countries who would not have been on the same side just weeks ago. We're talking of India, China, India, Brazil. Now the Chinese ambassador, let's talk about him first. It's a Chinese ambassador to India who's taken a jab at the US President Donald Trump after his tariff imposition on various countries including India. With the text, he also added a post quoting an excerpt from the talks between Chinese foreign minister and also the chief advisor to the Brazilian president. Trade tensions, remember, are continuing to simmer. The US President Donald Trump is continuously hardening his stance and he is refusing to back down at all when it comes to possible negotiation. Trump has made it clear. What did he say? Not now, not until things are resolved. What does this mean? That Trump at the moment says that negotiation, trade talks are going to be on hold. They are going to be halted for the time being. Now this posturing is coming shortly after the Prime Minister also put his foot down. He batted for the farmer interest. The Prime Minister Modi clearly saying that we are not going to compromise when it comes to the interest of our farmers.
Mr. President, just to follow up on the India tariffs, do you expect increased trade negotiations, since you've announced the 50% tariff?
No, not until we get it resolved.
Mr. President, just to follow up on the India tariffs, do you expect increased trade negotiations, since you've announced the 50% tariff?
No, not until we get it resolved.
Mr. President.
It's very significant what Donald Trump has had to say because there appears to be no side viewers to the ongoing tariff tension. When asked about a possible scenario in case the Russia-Ukraine war ends, then will the US lift these sweeping tariffs? What happens then? That time, President Donald Trump basically pointed finger at the Russian president saying that ending the war is up to Putin.
We're going to see what he has to say. It's going to be up to him. Very disappointed, yeah.
All right, Trump hardening his stance up to Putin. American politicians, American public, how are they taking Donald Trump's statement? That's the breaking news which I was just alluding to, viewers. It's a US body now which has slammed Donald Trump. US House Foreign Affairs panel, viewers, has warned Donald Trump. What does it say? The US body itself, it says, don't risk years of good ties with India. They are pushing for better Indo-US ties. They are raising concerns and saying that if there are concerns, address them diplomatically, but don't burn ties. So it looks like that Donald Trump is receiving pushback apologies from within. This, I am quoting, not someone from India. It's a US body, viewers. It's the US House Foreign Affairs panel. Why don't we take you through exactly what the representatives had to say there, viewers. Let's take our viewers through that post, which has been put out. I'm going to read it verbatim for you, viewers. Again, I repeat, it's not someone in India. It's the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Obviously, it's the Dems. But what are they saying, Trump's latest tariff tantrums are risking years of careful work to build a stronger India-US partnership. We have developed a strategic, economic and people-to-people ties. Concerns should be addressed in a mutually respectful way, which is consistent with our democratic values. Very significant statement. So, when you look at the opposition there, in the US also, it doesn't look like that everyone is on the same page. Within the US, Rishabh joining us on the broadcast, viewers, Rishabh, looks like that within the US also there are voices which are being raised, many basically advising Donald Trump, saying that please don't risk years of ties with India, look for diplomatic channels to address all these concerns.
Well, Meenakshi, this is the strongest pushback that now is coming in from within the political setup of United States. House Foreign Committee basically is a bipartisan committee. It's equivalent to a parliamentary committee here in India as well, where leaders from the various parties come together who are part of the Congress or Senate in the United States, and now they have advised, and they very categorically in a public advice, the House Foreign Committee has very categorically said that what Trump is doing is not correct. It is hampering the curated tie with India now, which has been curated over years. So in a way, now while the world is looking at the tantrums of tariff by Trump, the political setup within US do understand that what Trump is doing is not beneficial even for their own country. So it would be interesting to see how things unfold from here. Given that Trump has that autocratic global policies, will the internal push help Trump to understand what he's doing and how things are getting worse with every passing statement that he is making? So it would be interesting to see how things unfold from here.
All right. And Rishabh, why don't you explain for us? Because what we are reading, this post is from the U.S. House Foreign Affairs panel. Help us understand, what really comprises of this body. Is this, an official U.S. body? Who does it comprise? And also, what the statement really means for Donald Trump? How significant is this?
First describe what House Foreign Committee means. It is equivalent to the standing committee here in India, which will have leaders from BJP, from Congress, from other parties, as per the proportion in the House of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So the committee basically have members from both the houses. Similarly, this committee, the House on Foreign Affairs, is one of those committees which will have members from both Senate as well as Congress, and they both will, will sit down together. This will have Republicans, Democrats, Independents as well. So when from the official handle of House Foreign Committee this has been tweeted, it means that it is a consensus among the members of the Foreign Committee that what Trump is doing is something not correct and needs to be reined in, and that's why the statement has come in. Whether this statement will have any effect on the executive orders that Trump has made or not, that will be interesting to see whether he'll budge in. Given that Trump do enjoy Republican
majority. Well, whether it has an impact or not, obviously, Rishabh, it may not have an impact on Donald Trump. I mean, he's an unpredictable man. He does what he wants, and when it comes to an actual impact, it may not happen, but it's a significant statement, isn't it? When you have someone from within the U.S., voices from within the U.S. who are calling out Trump's behavior, the tariff tantrums, viewers. As we were telling you earlier, Rishabh, do stay with us. We were telling our viewers earlier about how it's bringing some unlikely partners together. And at this point, we should mention Brazil, because the mention of Lula, it's significant because it's a Brazilian president who's also spoken to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He's reaffirmed the commitment when it comes to deepening the Indo-Brazilian strategic partnership. It's a post on X where the Prime Minister also thanked Lula for making his visit to Brazil memorable and meaningful. The Prime Minister Modi said that a strong partnership between global South nation is benefiting everyone, and it's indeed beneficial in these times. Remember, when Trump is out to tariff literally everyone, a threat that ties Brazil, India, Russia and China, an unlikely ally like China also, viewers, because in fact, remember, it's India and Brazil both which are facing 50% tariff threats. Lula basically just said days ago that he would rather call Modi than dial Trump when it comes to trade negotiations.
भारत अपने किसानों के, पशुपालकों के और मछुआरे भाई बहनों के हितों के साथ समझौता नहीं करेगा।
Why are you singling India out for these additional sanctions?
It's only been 8 hours. You're going to see a lot more. You're going to see so much secondary sanctions. Yes, ma'am.
और मैं जानता हूं व्यक्तिगत रूप से मुझे बहुत बड़ी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी, लेकिन मैं इसके लिए तैयार हूं।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ये बात 10 साल पहले सोचना था कि हमें अपने किसानों के हित के लिए हमेशा चिंतित रहना चाहिए और प्राथमिकता पाए हमें अपने हर सेक्टर का ध्यान रखना है।
It is, I think, known that President Trump uses drama and uses said raising the ante as a negotiating tactic.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी वो ट्रंप के सामने नतमस्तक हो गए, लगातार चुप्पी साधे आज पहली बार बोले, जबकि अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप भारत को इकोनॉमिकली ब्लैकमेल कर रहा है।
We did it with India. We're doing it probably with a couple of others. One of them could be China.
We have got a very special relationship, a long relationship, and we highly value our strategic partnership. We are very excited and delighted to learn about the visit of His Excellency the President of Russia, President Putin, to India.
And viewers, since we were talking to you about Trump tariff tantrums and how, it's Brazil-India friendship which is blooming in the backdrop of all of this, the Lula-Modi conversation, and now we have a post also which the Prime Minister has put up. We were alluding to it. Let's read it out in detail for all of you. It's the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi himself. What does he say, viewers? I quote him verbatim. Had a good conversation with President Lula. Thanked him for making my visit to Brazil memorable and meaningful. We are committed to deepening our strategic partnership, including in trade, energy, tech, defense, health and more. A strong people-centric partnership between global South nation. It benefits everyone, and he has tagged Lula official handle as well. So that's a statement which has come from the side of the Prime Minister. Now, viewers, we're telling you about how the Trump tariff tantrums are really bringing everyone together. Remember, the unlikely ally, China, we were speaking of. Perhaps it may be posturing, it may be indulging in double standards, but it's clear that the world is pushing back against the tariffs which Trump is imposing, and obviously this post which we read out, the conversation between Lula and the Prime Minister also, literally a testament of the same. We were talking about, Brazil and China as well. So let's talk about Global Times. Global Times, remember, is a mouthpiece, literally a mouthpiece of China. And it's very interesting that it's batting for Indo and China ties. It's very interesting what they say. And I'm reading this Global Times post. It says, as a Hindu proverb goes, help your brothers boat across and your own will reach the shore. A healthy Indo-China relation brings positive spillover effects to the region and the world as well. We welcome the Prime Minister to visit China with genuine intentions to improve bilateral ties and also pragmatic cooperation plans to jointly usher in a new chapter of the dragon and the elephant dancing together. Obviously, these statements India takes with a pinch of salt. We are circumspect when it comes to China, but it seems very clear that the tariff tantrums, they are not going to be tolerated. India is giving a very measured response. What happens next? Because Trump seems to be hardening his stance, at least for now. We will keep an eye on each and every update coming in from the US or